Philadelphia is without a doubt the best public defender office, I think for several reasons. We are in one of the largest black cities in America, one of the poorest black cities in America, and when we look at who's coming into the criminal justice system, the juvenile justice system, our child dependency system, our clients are overwhelmingly black and brown.
Overall, across the country, less than 5% of attorneys in the nation are African American or black, where 13% of the entire population is black. So there's definitely a disparity, and that disparity rolls right over into the Defender Association of Philadelphia.
I think that more black and brown attorneys are needed because black and brown communities are over-policed and they're over-surveilled.
When you don't have that background or that understanding or that lived experience as a person of color who deals with racism on a daily basis, who deals with racism in work, at school, everywhere, in courts, you know, we have a point of view and we can relate to our clients and we can say, like, I've been there too.
While there's not a lot of South Asians in the legal field, that shouldn't be something that should stop us. I know that a lot of South Asians go for like science STEM careers, they go for like medical careers, but that's because there's a big presence of our community already in those fields.
There are black and brown people in the community of Philadelphia who need to have their voices lifted up by other black and brown people, and the Public Defender's Office is the best place to do that.
One area that we are continuing to prioritize is the recruitment of black and brown attorneys, the recruitment of more attorneys who are bilingual, because again, that is our client population. I think our attorneys do an exceptional job with their clients, but as a woman of color, myself, I know that when I walk into, whether it's someone's home, whether it's at one of our local jails, whether it's in the courtroom, that the clients who look like me appreciate my being there, appreciate my being their advocate, and the process of building a client relationship, the process of then working with that client and their family and community, it is important to them when their advocate standing next to them looks like them and has some level of understanding of what their experiences might have been like. I think in order to do this work, that you have to have compassion, you have to have empathy, you have to be willing to stand next to someone and see them as another human being, see them as a complex, layered person who is more than what they have been accused of or alleged to have done. And even if you hear the words guilty, you know, the way that you are working with that client and their family is always from a compassionate viewpoint. And that, I think, is essential to our work. The other part is grit and resiliency. I think even if you might do an internship, it's really hard to understand the day-to-day nature of the work without really being here and doing the work. And so looking for people who are going to be able to handle those challenges, are going to be able to manage a high caseload, but also be able to bring a work ethic where they are doing the best they can within the resources that we have for their clients.
So the first thing I would say that you need as a public defender is resilience. You are facing so much secondary trauma every day. You are facing so much injustice from every direction you can look. You have to believe that you can make a difference, and sometimes it's hard to maintain that belief. And if you don't have that resilience, that strength that says, I can get up tomorrow and do it all over again, it's really hard to do this work. And it's important because it's not only for your own self-health, it's also for your clients. You have to make your clients believe that you can make a difference for them.
Having empathy, understanding what individuals are going through, meeting them where they are, understanding their needs, and not over-promising. I definitely think that there needs to be a need to understand the community by going out to the community, seeing where individuals reside, see what is going on in those communities so that you can get a better story and understanding of what our clients experience day to day.
You should come to the Defender Association of Philadelphia if you are genuinely interested in representing the indigent criminal defendants in the city of Philadelphia. We represent 70% of all adults in the city of Philadelphia, 70 to 80% of all youth in the city of Philadelphia who face charges, and these folks need a voice. And if you want to be a voice for the voiceless, if you want to give agency to folks who have no agency or they don't believe they have agency, if you want to explain to folks how they can leverage their resources against these systems that oppress us every day, you need to become a public defender.
You need to be passionate, you need to be enthusiastic, you need to be dedicated, you need to be willing to work tirelessly, and you need to have a willingness in your soul to do work that can sometimes be very difficult, but ultimately be the most rewarding work you will ever do in your life.
Well, I think first and foremost is to be client-centered. Doing what we do on a daily basis, the outside may not know how difficult it is, and I don't want to jump subjects. But it's very important that, you know, everyone here, which we already do, just stay in front of the client-centered approach. At the end of the day, that's what's going to, you know, tip the scale and you know, clients' favor.
It's not just, you know, making a plea deal or just helping someone get out of prison, but what happens after that? What are the resources? Who are your community members? Where does your client live at? How can you help them in that zip code? How can you help them be a better person? How can you help them graduate from the Defender and not come back?
If you would like to help others help themselves, you should definitely come join the Defender Association of Philadelphia. It is a way for you to engage with the community, connect with our clients, understand their needs, make sure that, you know, you can see yourself in others, and that you understand that individuals are not what their worst mistakes are.
Become a public defender.
Become a Philly defender.
Become a public defender.
Become a public defender.
Become a Philly defender.